Greetings fellow viewers and colleagues. In this video I will be responding to Ali Koca's last response shorts on the allegations that I addressed on my other video earlier. But before I start doing so, I would like to apologize to you fellow viewers for the over-exaggerating tone I used in the previous video about Ali. Yes, I openly admit that I don't have solid and undeniable proof of him being a minor hunter. The argument I used in the video, which shows the statistic on minor prostitution on Thailand, isn't undeniable proof, so in conclusion we can say Ali isn't a child enjoyer and you shouldn't call him so. I decided to revise the other video by removing anything that point him out as such. Thumbnail, title, footage, so no more harm could be done. Now with this being cleared, I would like to debunk his response that was 90% insults and 10% denial of the allegations.
She was not. She was a full-grown adult who was 31 years old. I know that because I asked her.
The first important point he made that he knew the parlor's age, which is 31, because he asked her, but he stated in his stream that he didn't even know her name, which is odd to me, but that doesn't mean she could be a minor, but it's hard to believe.
And I'm like, okay. And I don't even know her name at this point, by the way. I still don't know her name.
Because usually when you ask someone about his or her age, you bring up the name first. He also changed the wording a lot.
5 or 6 girls. The girls, 6 or 7 girls outside. And there is 2 girls standing outside this one. The other girl who was there. This girl, the first girl. The girls, of course. Happy ending massage in Thailand from an adult female. She was not. She was a full-grown adult who was 31 years old. I know that because I asked her.
I have no clue why he did this, but these 2 details got my attention. The second thing about the massage story is the choice of the place of getting it is quite disturbing. As you know, Sukhumvit Road area is a well-known red light district in Bangkok. And what's a red light district, you may ask? According to Google's dictionary, a red light district is an area of a town or city containing many brothels, strip clubs, and other sex businesses. Which means that this area has an active prostitution industry. And what is the legal status of prostitution in Thailand? It's illegal. According to a site that goes by Siam Legal, there are 3 primary acts that make prostitution illegal in Thailand. You can look onto the details of these acts and the fines and penalties by using the link in the description below. I don't think that any normal SPA or massage parlor in Thailand would have a permit for offering sexual services to tourists by default. But according to this Wikipedia article, some of these massage parlors use legal loopholes to keep them going. Due to the high income these services bring, also just like he said, he didn't go to the touristy areas under the pretext of them being too busy.
I don't want to go to the touristy areas where, all the tourists are getting their happy ending massages.
But almost all of the illegal trafficking goes on in these shady areas outside of the busy safe areas. I don't know if he knew about this or not, but still it's really concerning. Last point I want to talk about, don't you find it weird that Ali have zero problems sharing such taboo stories on the internet? It's like he is promoting being a sex tourist, which at best makes him a degenerate. Just take a look at the comments on that video. Nobody actually agrees with sharing that clip in his second channel, and not to mention the fact that clip was taken one of his streams in his main channel where you have an audience that's not 100% adult only. He didn't take that into consideration. And what's even worse is Ali doesn't even show regret or remorse posting that clip in his response video as if it's not wrong. We all know that Ali's audience is not 100% adult-oriented because of the topics he covers on his main channel, which are YouTube shorts on internet news and drama. Nobody in his right mind would even dare share an embarrassing story like this publicly on YouTube, despite him knowing that a lot of teens and kids watch his content, which makes him more of a degenerate guy. I know that a lot of people go to Thailand specifically for sex tourism, but I find it very weird that Ali is openly talking about his experience as if he's one of these scummy sex tourism channels. Most of the people would just keep these experiences a secret for themselves or share it with their close friends. A lot of people think that Ali never knew about the main source of the allegations, but that's actually not true, and the response video proves my point, as you can see here. Ali indeed knew about my channel, but he purposefully chose to not mention my name because according to him it will give me more clout and views.
People are taking these lies about me as facts when the guy who made them literally pulled it out of his ass. His goal is to gain clout for himself by using my name in a negative context.
But on the other hand, he went to target other channels that mentioned my video and started threatening to sue them. One of these channels' owner is actually a 16-year-old. These channels have done nothing wrong and they did all they can to protect themselves legally because they never took my video as a proven fact. What bothers me here is that Ali's cowardice and his hate of being criticized. So instead of him going after me because I made the PDF point first, he chose to harass other people that just mentioned my video, and also these people never called him such. The main point of their videos is exposing Ali's childish behavior on the dog pack situation and mentioning the Thailand stuff. However, I'll assume that my video went into more details than the other videos, and that's probably why he chose to ignore it. I know some of you will tell me that anyone will be mad and furious about someone spreading unproven allegations, but he's targeting the wrong people here and ignoring the root cause, which is not giving him a good look on his side. Another thing that I want to talk about is that the area Ali Koca went to is actually well known for prostitution. In fact, it is incredibly widespread in that area, and I have even found many articles and YouTube videos that act as guides for degenerate sex tourists like Ali Koca. Now we must keep in mind two things, the first of which is that a big amount of the girls in these spas and bars were trafficked and forced into prostitution, and usually they are kidnapped when they are as young as 12. Just because Ali Koca's massage parlor could have been 31 doesn't mean he is innocent. He is at best contributing and promoting sex trafficking and exploiting women in poor countries for his personal gain. In fact, I was able to find out that there were police raids in some buildings in pretty much the same area that Ali Koca went to. The police raided these buildings and found underage prostitutes that were trafficked in them. And I am very sure that the majority of these buildings would get shut down if they get raided by the police. However, it doesn't happen a lot because of corruption. Also, it may not be true that Ali Koca is PDF file, but it is extremely naive to ignore the fact that such things are happening in the same area that he went to, and likely will continue going to as he moved to Bangkok, which is the same city that contains these areas. People should realize that all Ali Koca did in his so-called response is say, and even if he was right about her age, it's still weird that he's bragging about paying a prostitute for a handjob. By the way, if you think about it, Ali did the same mistake I made on my video, which is throwing accusations without showing actual proof to back his statements. The only different thing here is the weight of the accusation. If you remember, Ali made a video on Dogpack 404 aka Dawson and accused him of slandering Mr. Beast without presenting evidence to back up his claim, so he can damage his credibility and reputation. Not to mention he insulted him with all the words that he could think of in that video. And he goes further by posting another video insulting the people who disagreed with his stance despite most of them being his loyal fans. Until this day he still claims that Dogpack slandered Mr. Beast in the comments, and he refuses to address this issue in a separate video despite all the update on the situation. Ali is definitely in debt of his audience because he owes them an apology. An apology that they kept asking for many times but sadly met by refusal from his part. Look, I have no issue of Ali supporting Mr. Beast or not, but if he wants to make an opinion on someone and expect people to side with him, he should present proof. He did not get that lesson until he got a taste of his own medicine because of that blunder I made on my video on him. To summarize, Ali is indeed not a pedophile because there is no concrete evidence of him committing the act with a minor, but he left a lot of unanswered questions in his response about that massage story that he needs to clear up for our fellow viewers. And if he succeeds in convincing the viewers with factual statements on why he did this, then I will be ready to remove all of the videos that I made on him discussing this particular matter.